To the surprise of perhaps no one, Comic-Con made it official today. There will be no Comic-Con this year. The cancellation represents a major blow to the city and regional economy, nearly $150 million, according to the convention center. The regional impact from other conventions canceled for March, April, May, and June is about $345 million. From the county today, Board of Supervisors Chairman Greg Cox announced a group of business and labor leaders will begin meeting on Mondays to discuss how the county will reopen. He says the when will be left to medical experts.
A few weeks back, I was giving a state of the state, talking about the fact that we had just entered into our 119th month of consecutive job growth.
That, as they say, was then. Now we are in what the governor calls a pandemic-induced recession, with the reported unemployment rate at 5.3%, a figure Newsom says is surely much higher. 3.1 million Californians have applied for unemployment benefits just since March 12th. Against the backdrop of the highest number of deaths recorded yet over the last 24 hours in California, Newsom moved on to talk about the state's short, medium, and long-term recovery, with a big caveat.
I only am guided by health and science, real data, and a granular level, bottom up, not top down.
The governor went on to announce the creation of an economic advisory council made up of 80 people he called the best and the brightest in their field, almost all of them Californians. It includes all 4 living former governors of California, Jerry Brown, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Gray Davis, and Pete Wilson. Republican and Democratic leaders in the legislature are also on board. The council will be led by former Democratic presidential candidate Tom Steyer. Both Steyer and Newsom made it clear the economy California will have on the other side of this crisis will be more equitable, with an emphasis on shrinking California's enormous income gap.
If we're going to learn anything from the past, it's not to repeat the mistakes of the past and have a sustainable mindset, not just a situational mindset, again, in terms of how we recover. It is in the how we recover that I think ultimately we will be judged and judge ourselves.
Governor Newsom says next Wednesday he'll start laying out recovery steps based on the 6 indicators he announced earlier this week. He says he'll do that every Wednesday for the foreseeable future. He also says the state is working hard on ramping up testing, the goal to get to 25,000 tests a day sometime within the next few weeks. John Carroll, KPBS News.